I wanted to take some time in this video to do a tabletop comparison between the Glock 43X and the Sig P365 XL. This is just going to be a representation of the P365 because, as most of you all know, there are a lot of different options, a lot of different features out there for the P365 from Sig. The Glock 43X is one that came out back several years ago. Originally, when it came out in the X model, the slide was basically, it was a two-tone. It was more of a silver finish. That was something that I did not personally like. There was a big demand for Glock to come out with them with the black finish, the traditional Glock look, and they did, and that was when I picked this one up. This is a gun that is an extremely popular concealed carry firearm. One of the complaints about this gun is that the standard capacity on it is only 10 rounds, and I know that you can get some additional aftermarket magazines that have a higher capacity, but they are, in some cases, my experience with them, I have not had the reliability with them that I have from the Glock magazines. The 365 from Sig is one that there are a ton of options with. This is basically a stack and a half wide magazine. In this particular magazine, it has a total of many more rounds. You can see it there. We have 12 rounds in this magazine. You can get all the way up to 20 round magazines from Sig that will work in the P365. That is one advantage that has a lot of people looking at the Sig P365s. This particular gun, being the XL, you can remove the rear sight and put an optic on it if you want. Me personally, I like iron sights on concealed carry firearms, so I have left these the same. Just to show you guys a quick comparison between the triggers on the Sig P365 and the Glock 43X. The P365 does have that flat face trigger, or at least the one that I have does. And once you have just a little bit of take up, you get to that wall, and then the trigger breaks approximately right there. And you can see that it is about at a 90-degree angle when it breaks. The action on that, once I cycle that action, you can see the reset is approximately right there till it goes again. You know, this is a decent trigger for this small of a gun, I'll have to say. It is one that works very well for what it is designed to be. I am able to get a full grip on the P365 XL. The regular P365, for me, that handle is just too short. I don't like it. I thought that it was a revolutionary idea when Sig came out with these. However, that original P365, I did not like the fact that I had my pinky dangling off. And yes, I know you could go with the longer magazines with those extensions and things like that to get a better grip on them, but it just did not feel right in my hands. And if it does not feel right in my hands, I'm not going to buy it, I'm not going to spend my money on it, and I'm not going to shoot it. When they come out with this, I took a second look at them, and that was when I picked this up. Since that time, there are a lot of different models out there from Sig. I think one of the newest one is the Sig Fuse, which has a longer barrel, a longer slide, as well as the macro length grip, which holds factory 17 rounds, and you get a couple of 20 round magazines with them. The Glock 43X is still typical Glock. It is one that is a known variable. Everyone knows Glock, how they are, how they operate, how they function, and Glock is just Glock. They don't change much. They are a super reliable gun, and there are a lot of people that prefer Glock over any others, just like there are a lot of people that prefer Sig over any others. Now, Glock, the trigger on the 43X, I have just a little bit of take up till I get to that wall approximately right there. Once I press through, it goes, and then the reset is approximately right there. So you can kind of see the difference between these two. This gun here, I know a lot of people complain about Glock triggers. Mine, due to the round count that is through it, it has loosened up some, and I can say the same about this. Just because of round count, over time, they do loosen up a little bit. So it is a decent trigger on both of these guns. I'll have to say, as far as which one is best, that would be a tough decision for me. I actually think my Glock, again, just due to the round count, My Glock 43X, the trigger on it is not as spongy as it is on the P365 XL. That is my samples between my two guns that I personally own. Again, that is largely due to the higher round count through my 43X than I have through my P365. Does that mean it's a bad gun? Absolutely not. I've actually been looking at one of the new fuses myself. I don't really know if I'm going to go with that, but you never know. I may pick one up, I may not. And you guys help me make my decision down in the comments below. Should I pick up one of the new Sig P365 fuse pistols? Both of these guns are great. I enjoy shooting both of them. I enjoy carrying both of them. The big advantage that I like about the Sig, and I'll have to give it to Sig on that, is the ammunition capacity. I do know, again, that you can get the larger capacity magazines for the Glock, but again, the reliability of those magazines, I have not found them to be as reliable as the factory magazine. With the Sig, you can get those larger capacity magazines, like I mentioned earlier, and they will work fine in this gun. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people choose the Sig over the Glock. To me, they're both great. I don't think you could go wrong either way. I do think you need to go and get some training with whatever you decide to carry. If you're going to carry a gun like this, I would suggest taking it to a good defensive pistol class, running that gun through that defensive pistol class, and see how it performs. Whatever you decide to go with, you need to know that it's going to work for you. And just to show you a size comparison between these two guns, they are very similar in size. You can see there the slide length as we are lined up. I think the Sig might just be a very slightly longer, very slightly, if any, and it could just be the way that I'm holding them. As far as the thickness, you can see there the Sig, the grip might have just a little bit more thickness to it. You do get a little bit of the swell, as you can see there in that grip. You do get just a little bit of a flare down here on the bottom of that grip. Some people like that, some people do not. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And I think that both are very good performers and both are very reliable firearms. You just need to make sure you train with them, that you build those skills, those fundamental skills, to where you are proficient with them if you're going to carry one as your daily carry. But guys, this is just a quick comparison that I wanted to do. But guys, I'd appreciate it if you would let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Which one of these two would you prefer and why? Also, guys, be sure to go over and visit my website at boomsticktacticalgear.com. Pick you up some cool t-shirts. Check out all of the links down in the description and help support the channel by becoming a channel member. You can get early access to these videos. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share the video, and we'll see you next time.